everybody. Welcome aboard the Great Ship TV show in space. It's me, your commander, Rebecca Frost, joined by, the usual ragtag team, Admiral Carrie Jackson, Chief Tony, and Jake. I still don't know what to call you.
I thought we settled on Ambassador.
Ambassador Jake.
That's what it
Yeah.
was,
I like that, yeah.
Ambassador.
Starfleet Ambassador, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rob may beam in. He may not. And that's Rob for you. I'm just happy to have him. Grip it and rip it, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see some fun updates. One, we have an email address, tvshowinspace@gmail.com. Oh, I got an email from Charles, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, I'll
Charles,
pull that
of course.
up. Of course, and I'll pull that up to read later. But just letting you know now while I'm thinking about it. Our email address, TV Show in Space. Also, New York Comic Con happened between our recording sessions, and Jake got to go for a day, and he was like, "Hey, don't you know who I am? I'm Jake Black, and I'm Dr. Star Trek." And he got us all these very fun Starfleet Academy pins.
So this is what they'll be wearing on their uniforms. This is
the comm badge.
That's so
for the
cool.
Academy.
This is the
Yep.
comm badge. Whoa.
Yep. Yep.
I like that it looks like a little Millennium Falcon. So Jake and I both have science, and
Science.
Carrie has command, and Tony has undeclared.
Undeclared.
Rob has have engineering?
Engineering.
Operations.
Operations. Yeah.
Yeah.
But these are so cool. Thank you, Jake.
Yeah. of
Yeah,
course.
thanks, man. This is
Jake
awesome.
very cool.
Jake
Thank
also
you.
got me like a clear stadium bag that says Starfleet Academy on it,
Oh wow.
as well as a signed comic book.
And
And
the TOS masterpiece.
the
The
TOS
script
masterpiece.
to the Trouble with Tribbles.
The assigned script.
No way.
The Trouble with Tribbles, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Signed by whom?
Signed
David
by
Gerald.
Jake. Oh,
No, signed by David Gerald,
David
who wrote that episode.
Nice.
And
That's wild.
He's there at the convention. He does Northeast convention semi-regularly, and yeah, he had just a bunch of his stuff there. He worked very closely with Gene, was one of the advisors when Next Generation started. Left early in the first season. He and Dorothy Fontana left together. They were best friends.
Aw.
And yeah.
that's so nice. Well, thank you, Jake. Really appreciate all the work you did at New York Comic Con to get us this stuff.
No,
Thank you.
it's truly my pleasure. And I just want to say that the date that we are recording this it's a couple of special Star Trek anniversaries. The first is the date that Gene Roddenberry passed away in 1991,
oh.
which is not, that's not great, but it's my
Friendly
also my best
reminder,
friend.
I was 2 years old.
Oh, right.
And the other one is it's Ira Stephen Bear's birthday.
Ah.
And Ira Stephen Bear he will soon be in our rewatch of Deep Space Nine, the showrunner on Deep Space Nine. Right now, he's like the assistant head writer of the show
Whoa.
and did a pass on pretty much every script that we are looking at today.
Okay.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He of the purple goatee.
Yep.
Who's got a purple goatee?
Ira Stephen Bear. He wears purple lenses on his sunglasses and has dyed his goatee, and it's somewhat
Oh,
long. There he is. yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Here,
It's
let's zoom
blue.
in on
It's not
that.
purple. It's blue. Yeah.
why does he look like he wants to sell me meth?
Heisenberg.
Because he does, probably.
Maybe.
There's that Deep Space Nine documentary that is out.
Yep.
It's quite good.
My son and I went to a Deep Space Nine documentary dinner in 2018 and sat with Ira for that dinner. And he was a beautiful mix of cantankerous and friendly.
Exactly.
That's always fun.
And I would say the friendly was mostly to my son and cantankerous to literally everyone else except James Darren,
Oh, really?
Wait, who's James Darren?
Well, because he's mobbed up. You don't want to.
Yeah. Guys, how about talking about just regular news? Louvre heist, mob gambling ring. I'm really happy to see some classic crime.
It's about time.
And that leads us to the Nagus, who is
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
Classic
today we're going to talk about the Nagus, Vortex, Battle Lines, the Storyteller, and Progress. We're going to talk about 5 episodes today, but it's fine because the Nagus has the shortest Wikipedia entry of them all.
really.
Is that a
Which-
statement on the height of the
good.
characters in this episode?
Tony, that was such a good Wallace Shawn laugh there that I thought it was a drop for a minute.
Thank
like
you.
he's in the room with us. The Nagus, the Ferengi leader, Grand Nagus Zek, comes to the station and he seems very interested in Quark's bar, a likely thing for him to be interested in. So Zek, the Grand Nagus of the Ferengi Alliance, arrives at Deep Space Nine and seems to take an interest in Quark. He tells Quark that he wants to use Quark's bar for a conference where he announces that Quark will be his successor. The Nagus then dies, apparently making Quark's appointment permanent.
Which-
So, like,
By the way, when he dies, he goes like this.
that's how the Ferengi die.
And his hands stay up like his hands move up and stay like this.
It's like the possums I find in my front
Yes,
yard.
exactly. I was dying when that happened.
So, can you tell me what's the relationship between Zek and Quark? Are they
I think this was they just met in this
There is a
episode, right?
relationship.
so? Then why want to appoint Quark as his successor? Isn't the Nagus a big?
Well, it's like the president of the world. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
But the whole
So yeah, JD Vance, get on in here.
the whole thing was him trying to get Zek, was that his name?
Yeah.
To step up and do Grand Nagus things in the face of the adversity of losing the position to Quark.
Oh, his
Krax.
son.
Krax.
He said,
Cracks.
Krax
wait,
is
Krax,
the son.
yeah, Krax. Right, and so
Arax, not Crackn.
that's what he said at the end of the show, like the end of the episode. He's like, I expected more of you, basically.
Interesting that we have 2 episodes very similar in this lineup because when we get to the Storyteller, kind of a similar thing happening here.
Yep.
So Quark has a hard time adjusting to his new position, but he becomes popular among the Ferengi entrepreneurs by giving away lucrative business opportunities. Zek's son Krax and Quark's brother Rom attempt to kill Quark and are stopped by Zek, who appears before them very much alive. Quark's appointment was a test to see how his son would respond in his absence, and Zek says, Okay, do the line.
You failed.
Miserably.
And Quark congratulates Rom for having the lobes to try to kill him.
You fell for one of the classic blunders.
Meanwhile, in the B plot, Commander Sisko is trying to cope with the friendship between his son Jake and Rom's son Nog. His problem is seemingly solved when Rom orders Nog not to attend school. However, Jake and Nog begin spending even more time together, and Jake will only tell Sisko that what they are doing is private. Yikes. In the end, Sisko finds that he has nothing to worry about when he finds Jake teaching Nog how to read.
Wholesome.
Wholesome. We get a lot of Jake and Nog stuff
So far,
in this batch of episodes.
Yeah.
they're my favorite characters so far.
Really?
I do. I love watching Jake and Nog go run amok. I think it's so much fun. They're close third though for me is Quark. I love everything that they show Quark. He's just interesting in just a skeezy little back alley, jerk kind of way. But you can tell underneath that he's still as far as Ferengis go, he's got a good heart.
Well, and that leads me to something that I wanted to bring up because Quark becomes, I mean, he is a major character by the end of the show. And I don't think that he would have been embraced, and I don't think the Ferengi stuff would have been embraced if not for Armin Shimmerman.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he
sure.
embodied the character.
I think a different actor in there would have had a different take, and we wouldn't have taken him in.
One
He's awesome.
of the great things about him is that he played the first Ferengi on screen as well in the last Outpost.
Next Gen.
And Yeah, in Next Generation, and he wanted to redeem that performance through Quark, and so it was very intentional with how he portrayed him. Also, Tony, if you're into Jake and Nog, have I got a series of young adult books for you?
Really?
They go
Are
on
you
adventures,
serious?
dude.
Yeah, there was like the book order scholastic type of books that were
like-
Jake and the Adventures of
They're
Jake
like,
and
they're
Nog.
like the Hardy Boys, are they?
That
Yeah,
is
yeah.
awesome. Oh my gosh.
And
Let's-
Rebecca,
yeah.
you left a comment in our text chat when we were watching this episode. It might not have been this one, but about Jake's costumes.
No, it was in a later episode. Here's the thing about Jake. The jumper that he's wearing.
Yeah.
The one piece. As a boy going through puberty, one can only imagine the logistics of a young boner just happening. Well, it's because it's
They've solved that issue in the future.
Do they?
Yeah.
Tell me
No,
more.
well,
Well, that's the future. I don't know how they fixed it.
in the behind the scenes or in the documentary that Carrie referenced a minute ago, Sirach Lofton talks a lot about that, having that actual experience on set.
Oh my gosh.
I
That
had
is
mentioned it, Jake,
mortifying.
in our conversation about the Storyteller because he
Oh,
and
right,
Nog
right,
are
right.
obsessed with that Bajorn girl.
Yes.
We'll get there. Yeah, do you have trivia?
No, I what I want to do is I want to talk about the elephant in the room and how much I think I just don't like Wallace Shawn.
Oh, come on.
It's because you know why? It's because we forced her to watch Princess Bride.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
That must be it.
I think Tony's going to start calling you every half an hour and just laugh like him now.
Oh, good gravy. Okay, maybe I do have a little bit of trivia. Looking at the Wikipedia for this episode,
Okay.
Sean described the makeup process as a little bit disturbing and uncomfortable and exhausting. It took 3 hours to put on the makeup and an hour to take off, and he would be wearing it for at least 12 hours. He says he appreciated the results of the makeup, and to be in that world and to be in that makeup really liberated me in a way that I never experienced before or since. I felt completely free. It was a joyful experience. An unnamed executive visited the set and criticized his performance,
What?
telling him, "You do not understand. This is a serious program. Star Trek is not a comedy." And I would love this executive to talk to a Picard, to a Sir Patrick Stewart, who had
Yeah.
the stick removed from his butt.
Right.
And Sean was not an expert on the show, never having owned a TV, and mentioned the conversation to director David Livingston, who told him he loved it and he continued doing what he was doing. Never owned a TV. Maybe that's why I don't like him. Maybe he gives off the air of a man who's never owned a TV.
Very My Dinner with Andre of him.
I don't own a television.
There's first of all, I love that, and David Livingston was actually a line producer on Deep Space Nine, so it was a double kind of support for Wallace Shawn there when the line producer's like, we do comedy too. This was the first episode to mention the rules of acquisition, which goes on to be a major thing, and it's oh no, that's in Vortex, so I will wait for that trivia on Vortex.
All right.
Comic Book Resources in 2018 ranked Grand Nagus Zek as the 14th best recurring character of all Star Trek.
Grand Nagus is awesome. Come
Great.
on now.
Super. Love that I'm going to get to see more of him.
By the
so
way,
fun.
Krax is never heard from or mentioned again.
Yeah.
Good,
His son's
I
just
guess.
say
like,
goodbye.
I don't-
his son's just like, that
Say goodbye
character
to
didn't.
Krax.
Yeah, get him out of here.
I'll bet Zach sold him. You know.
Probably. Worthless son.
Yoy. Let's move on to Vortex. A man named Croden tells Odo he can take him to a place where aliens much like Odo himself exist, which would help Odo find out where he truly comes from. Love an episode, What's the Deal with Odo? So during a business transaction between unscrupulous bar operator Quark and a pair of Miradorn twins, a visitor from the Gamma Quadrant, Croden, attempts to steal a valuable item. Odo intercedes, but not before one of the twins is killed. Odo takes Croden into custody while the remaining twin vows vengeance. Croden makes several comments to Odo regarding changelings. This piques Odo's interest as he has never encountered another shapeshifter. Croden claims there were once shapeshifters on his homeworld who were persecuted and driven off the planet. Croden claims to know of a place where they still exist and tries to tempt Odo by offering to bring him to his colony. Odo is dubious of these stories until Croden shows him a necklace containing a stone that changes shape. Dr. Bashir examines it and tells Odo that, given its composition, it could be distantly related to Odo, in the same way that anything stretchy is maybe a rubber band.
It's basically if like you were to show someone who doesn't know about humans, show them a rat and say it's related to humans.
It's got 4 limbs.
It's a mammal.
Made of carbon.
Yeah, made of carbon.
Croden's homeworld demands his return, and Commander Sisko sends Odo to return him. Akel, the remaining twin, intimidates Quark into revealing that Odo has taken Croden to the Gamma Quadrant and pursues them to exact his vengeance on Croden. In the runabout vessel, Croden tells Odo that he was a political prisoner on his home planet and most of his family was killed by the government. When Akel appears in pursuit, Odo is forced to release Croden to assist the evading Akel's ship. Croden navigates the Chamra Vortex, an asteroid field filled with unstable pockets called Tomer, and lands on an asteroid he claims contains the changeling colony. How convenient.
Yeah.
On the surface, Croden's eagerness reignites Odo's doubt. Odo demands the truth of Croden's stories, and Croden reveals that he never actually met a changeling, and the shape-shifting stone, he bought that.
Yeah. He's like, you were just myths on our world. Meh.
Meh. Croden uses the stone to open a chamber he had left on the asteroid surface containing his daughter, whom he'd put into stasis. Akel fires on the asteroid, prompting the three to return to the runabout. A falling rock incapacitates Odo. How?
Yeah, that's the one and only. That's literally the only time that happens.
They were still establishing his shapeshifter
The
abilities.
rules, yeah. The rules were still being developed.
Croden carries him back to the runabout. In the vortex, Odo tricks Akel into firing on a pocket of Tomer, destroying the pursuing ship. Ultimately, Croden decides to answer for his crime on his homeworld and asks Odo to care for his daughter. But Odo, indebted to Croden, finds a Vulcan ship that agrees to take Croden and his daughter back to Vulcan. Croden gives Odo his necklace containing the changeling stone as a sign of thanks. This reminds me of one of my favorite movies, Drive Angry, where at the end, Nicolas Cage is like, here, Amber Heard, take my baby. And she's like,
I don't think so. I didn't sign up for this.
It was Deus Ex Volcana right there when that ship appeared.
Yeah, for real. Awfully convenient.
Yeah.
And the daughter also was never heard from or spoken of again.
Literally the only trivia I have for this episode is the exterior visuals of the Chamra Vortex are reused shots of the Mutara Nebula from the Wrath of Khan, recolored slightly and flipped upside down.
You're entering the Mutara Nebula.
Okay,
Jake, if you have more.
I have one piece of trivia and one commentary.
Yes.
Okay.
So the piece of trivia is this is the first episode where Morn's name is spoken out loud, and do you know who Morn is, Rebecca?
I don't remember.
He's
who
the
it is
long-faced guy that sits at the bar all the time.
Oh, that's Morn. Okay, yeah.
Oh.
and
yeah,
his
yeah.
name is
Looks like-
Morn as an anagram for Norm on Cheers.
Oh my
that's
god.
awesome.
Okay.
Looks like kind of like
Okay.
a walrus without tusks.
Yeah, and
Morn!
there's and there's a running joke about how he never shuts up. That is going to it starts in this episode and carries through for the rest of the series, but we never see him speak. And the commentary that I had is to get in the mood, to get in the zone for our record today. I turned on the Deep Space Nine channel on Pluto TV.
Oh.
And it was the season finale of season 6,
Oh.
which is emotionally, for me, the most
Careful.
difficult episode to watch in all 900 episodes of Star Trek. There is a moment with Worf at the end of that episode that will rip your heart out.
Careful.
I'm not saying anything else. I just it rips you. And my wife came into the family room and saw me watching this, and she sat down on the couch and extended her hand because she knew.
I'll get a tissue.
And I
Jake's having a rough one. He's watching season 6, episode whatever of Deep Space Nine.
and as I was watching that, I was thinking about the episodes that we were going to talk about today, and just how much world building focused the first season and a half ish are. And it's so necessary to get the show to where it becomes. But admittedly, it's a slog to get through this first part.
Can be, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying really hard, you guys. And like, what's so funny is a lot of the comments regarding where we are in TV show and space now are like, "Oh my God, don't give up. The show gets so much better." I never have ever once expressed I was going to give up.
Oh, good. That means I'm going to win the bet. Phew.
The pool you have at Quarks. And I had the legit thought of, I wish that Rebecca could watch the show in reverse. Because I
didn't even think about that. Oh,
it's so interesting to watch it that way. But
I gotta
that's
have
neither here nor there.
context.
I'm just saying that these world building episodes, particularly ones like Vortex, where we may or may not get a lot of truth about the changelings. That, first of all, that is Odo's species.
Changeling.
And this is the first time that we hear that word.
Right. And the myths may not be too far off from the mark.
Yeah, I'm coming at it from a point of view of, I think I watched probably half or 2/3 of the series as it aired way back when I was, pretty little. And so I have a few of the story beats in my head, the big story beats, that I can see them setting stuff up for, going back and watching the first season again. I think this, too, was maybe the first time we saw Odo even kind of bend the rules. Because he is very much this is the way
Rule
things
follower.
are. I'm going to follow it with exactness. And this is the first time where he's like, well, I guess I can let these guys go. They don't seem that bad.
It's also the first time he smiles.
Oh, yeah.
And Rene Aubergenois saved those for very important moments. So when you see Odo smile, it's for a purpose.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's good.
Anyway,
to know.
that was my commentary. We can it's yeah.
Well, battle lines. While showing Bajoran's spiritual leader Kai Opaka the wormhole, she, Cisco, Bashir, and Kira crash land on a moon. The locals are in a never-ending war where they cannot die. This episode, I was like, finally, maybe this show's starting to get kind of good.
No,
Not that the show hasn't been good already, but... So Kai Opaka, the spiritual leader of the Bajorans, requests a tour of Deep Space Nine from Commander Cisco. During the tour, she subtly asks him to take her through the wormhole. Against his better judgment, he complies, and he, Dr. Bashir, Kira, and Opaka travel to the Gamma Quadrant, where they receive a distress signal from an unknown source. Opaka tells Cisco not to hold back on her account, and so the group goes to investigate. They find a moon with a network of satellites, one of which is malfunctioning. The runabout approaches the moon, and one of the satellites attacks it, forcing them to crash land. Opaka dies in the landing, which devastates Kira. However, her mourning is interrupted by a group of people called the Ennis, led by Golan Shellaw, otherwise known Buzz Hickey. From Community, anybody?
Oh, yeah.
Or Mike from Breaking
Oh,
Bad.
yeah, I was
Better
going to
Call
say,
Saul.
I think of him as Mike, what was his name? Something, Ehrmantraut. Mike Ehrmantraut from, from Better Call Saul and
he's
Breaking
Buzz
Bad.
Hickey to me from Community.
Okay. Yeah, he was good in that role, too.
Oh, no, he's the guy from Airplane who, Henderson is the character's name. Henderson, check the radar range. They go down to the control area, and he opens up a microwave, and there's a turkey inside. He goes, got about 2 more minutes, Chief. There you go.
Could you imagine what it'd be like? I mean, so he started his career way back then and wasn't really anyone of note
looks
until
the same.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
So he plugged away for 30,
30
years,
years.
to finally get his time in the sun in his what I've heard Nick Offerman refer to as his sheriff years.
That's how you know he's in it for the love of the game.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
So the Ennis explain that they are at war with a group called the Null Ennis, who could attack at any minute. They take Cisco, Bashir, and Kira to a cave-like dwelling, and as predicted, the Null Ennis attack within minutes. Many of the Ennis are killed fending off the attack, but after the battle, Opaka enters the cave, resuscitated by some form of nanotechnology that pervades the moon.
I just shouted zombie Opaka and ran. That's
I was like, I was ready to never see her again. Truthfully, I was like, oh, well,
Fun
Bummer.
character. There she goes.
there she goes. The same technology revives the Ennis and the Null Ennis, but rather than a blessing, it is a curse, as both groups were sent to the moon as punishment for centuries of conflict, doomed to die over and over. And listen, as somebody who's reading Frankenstein, I get it. Never being able to die, what a curse. Even though I would pick immortality in a heartbeat. I'm sure I'd find a workaround.
To kill yourself.
Yeah, if I got tired of it, I'm sure I'd figure it out.
Okay.
They have the poison pill.
have the
It's just
time.
everyone
You do have
everyone
the
who
time.
achieves that has the poison pill just in case.
Anytime
Yeah.
anyone talks about true immortality, I'm like, well, what about the heat death of the universe? What do you do then?
They talk about that in Doctor Who. There's that one episode of Doctor Who with Maisie Williams. Yeah. And she just is
Well,
there at the heat death of
I
the
guess
universe.
so. Yeah.
listen. When I spoke to Satan about immortality, here's I said, "Okay, so I'm living forever," and he went, "Yes," and I said, "But am I healthy forever?" He goes, I
Monkey.
I wish you had to read that contract. Oh, damn.
Do I have a cancer-riddled body for all eternity?
So yeah, you'll live forever, but you're like,
The monkey's paw claws right there.
Yeah. So as Deep Space Nine officers Dax and O'Brien search for the group, Cisco gets the Ennis and the Null Ennis to agree to meet in an effort to negotiate peace, because Cisco gonna Cisco. Meanwhile, the conflict between the groups reminds Kira of her own trauma, which she discusses with Opaka. Years of fighting the Cardassians on Bajor have taken their toll on her, and she has known nothing but violence since she was a child. However, while Kira is reconciling her problems, the Ennis and the Null Ennis refuse to fix theirs and resume fighting. And what a stunning scene with Kira and Opaka.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah, super emotional. Great.
both very talented actors.
Well,
And-
and in context of the universe, that for Kira, what a special moment, right?
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Like being blessed by the space pope.
yeah, essentially.
That-
Bajoran Space Pope.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Zombie Bajoran Space Pope. Sorry.
Her title keeps
Lich.
getting longer.
Lich Space Pope.
Oh, right. Lich, yes.
The groups are revived once more and return to their respective camps, but by this time, Bashir has discovered that the technology prevents those it revives, including Opaka, from leaving the moon. O'Brien and Dax find Cisco, and Opaka informs them that she will stay with the Ennis and the Null Ennis. She says it is time for them to begin their healing process, just as Kira has begun hers. Meanwhile, the Ennis and the Null Ennis resume fighting. Before O'Brien transports Cisco, Bashir, and Kira to the runabout, Opaka tells Cisco that her work is there now, but reassures him that their paths will cross again. And was it this episode where I was like, oh, it just is over? Just like this, yeah, this episode is just over now?
Yeah, they leave
Like-
all these immortal people on the planet
Bye.
where they'll continue to kill. One interesting thing that I noticed during the thing is when Dr. Bashir says, I can hack these nanobots and make it so they can't bring you back to life. And Mike Ehrmantraut gets really excited and
But see-
says, yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, because he had expressed previously in the episode that he wishes he could just die and stay dead. And I'm thinking, oh, he wants to be able to just die and stay dead. But no, he says, now we can finally really kill the other guys and really get in there. And I was like,
Feel the pleasure
oh,
of taking life from another
oh,
man.
Okay.
You didn't learn the lesson of the Star Trek, did you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
I-
do.
Oh,
go
go
on.
ahead. No, go,
Okay,
no, go ahead.
I do have trivia for this episode. The original concept involved a group of humans and Cardassians, although this was changed to the Ennis and the Null Ennis, so it would not look like the main characters had chosen sides. Smart.
That is smart.
Yeah,
Very smart.
Okay.
Tom Morga designed the weapons in this episode. He did so by taping together a cardboard blade, a ball, and an old tool handle.
Oh, well.
Classic love when Star Trek just uses junk laying around the house. But this piece of trivia is, I think, my favorite. So the episode was directed by Paul Lynch, but stunt coordinator Dennis Mandalone directed the first 2 days of the shoot, as they solely consisted of action sequences, which director Paul Lynch was not interested in handling. Executive producer Rick Berman disapproved of this, feeling that Lynch had abdicated his duty as director and decided not to hire him to work on the franchise again. And you know what? He's right. If you're going to direct an episode, you better do all of it.
You tell him.
Yeah. Anyway, Jake, what do you got?
Oh, there were a couple of moments that I just really, really liked in this episode. One of them is when Opaka gives O'Brien the necklace to give to Molly, just as they're going into the runabout.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, is Molly the chosen one?
I just think it was just a nice, like, religious leader kindness act more than anything. And that's what I ultimately like about the episode as a whole, is that we see a genuinely loving, caring religious leader within the Bajorans. It's part of the world building. O'Brien's a great guy again in this episode. I like how so far this season they've teamed him up with like everybody. Like one-on-one, it's O'Brien and O'Brien and O'Brien and what I'm really looking forward to is the reverberations of Opaka's death on Bajor moving forward.
Oh, yeah, because you got to get a new Kai.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did like the O'Brien in this episode and his interactions with Dax, and how she's like, well, it's impossible to track them down, and he's like, unless I do this thing that I just made up. And she's like, is that gonna work? And he's like, I don't know. I just made it up.
That's how it works with smart engineers.
And then Dax's like half smile of like,
All right.
I like you.
All right, dude. Like a man who's willing to gamble. Speaking of O'Brien, let's talk about probably my favorite episode of this batch, The Storyteller.
Really?
While Cisco,
Huh. Okay.
While Cisco tries to negotiate an agreement between two Bajoran factions, he orders O'Brien to escort Bashir to investigate an emergency that endangers a village. Because we get a lot of Bashir and O'Brien in this episode. And you know what? I didn't hate Bashir in this episode. In fact, I really liked him.
I was going to say that this is the first episode, I think, where they make Bashir not just awful.
Good guy Bashir. He's just a good dude.
Yeah.
You can see my Dr.
Hold
Bashir.
on a minute. Yeah,
My
zoom in
doctor-
on that.
Do you see it's autographed?
Hey!
nice.
Alexander Siddig, it says.
Nice.
Alexander Siddig.
Of course, he's still Siddig El Fadil in the credits in this season. He doesn't change his name to Alexander Siddig till later.
And
Is that like a SAG thing? Or?
No, it was more a Islamophobia thing.
Yeah.
Isn't it so cool? So, O'Brien and Bashir are sent on a relief mission to Bajor in response to a medical emergency. And I just love this interaction between O'Brien and Bashir, because Bashir is just like, this is my first away mission. Isn't this so much fun? And well, I guess it's not really his
Go
first
away,
away
kid. You
mission.
bother me.
And O'Brien's like, Jesus Christ, is he going to be like this the whole time? And he calls him sir, and Bashir's like, oh, I guess I am technically above you. Ha 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 ha. You can call me Julian. And O'Brien's like, I'm going to kill myself if he keeps this up. Meanwhile, on the station, Cisco plays mediator in a conflict between two rival Bajoran factions negotiating a border dispute. The leader of one of those factions is a child, and she is unwilling to negotiate, and Cisco is frustrated with her intransigence.
That is
Unwilling to immovability.
Learning new words every day, you guys. Nog, our friendly neighborhood Nog, captivated by this girl. He and Jake introduced themselves to her. This was where I was like, oh my God, he's just walking around in that jumpsuit around this pretty girl. and she agrees to spend time with them. She's stressed by the negotiations, but Nog suggests that problems can become opportunities. Love is optimism. To cheer her up, the three embark on a prank to steal the bucket in which Odo regenerates in a liquid state. So we're stealing Odo while he's napping in a bucket.
I don't think that was the intent. I think they just wanted to steal his bucket while he's out doing errands, or whatever. But yeah,
It's
like stealing
guess
someone's
that's true.
bed.
It's the Deep Space Nine equivalent of toilet papering his house.
Yeah.
But like
Short
taking his
sheeting.
house away.
Yeah, short sheeting his bed or something.
Short sheeting, or in this case, filling it with oatmeal.
So when they did that, I saw him get splashed, and I was like, "That's not what Odo looks like."
That's not Odo.
in liquid form. What's going on here? And they're
Odo's
like,
not that
"It's-
chunky.
It's oatmeal. I was like, "Oh, nice
Odo
one,
meal.
Nog. Nice one."
But the oatmeal so Nog pretends to trip, and Jake covered his poor jumper covered in the oatmeal. Varys, the child negotiator, apologizes to Cisco for her involvement in the escapade. They discuss the challenges of leadership, and she eventually agrees to propose a compromise resolution to the border dispute. And truthfully, if there's not a greater representation of what it's like, I think, to be a woman, period, it's this. She is so burdened with authority, and here are these boys. Pretty lady, stop doing all your business and come and let me impress you with my oatmeal.
Come hang out with us.
Yeah.
And my onesie.
You like oatmeal?
Yeah, do you like oatmeal? Responding to the distress
I just have to interject here.
Yeah.
What does she say about Jake to his father?
He's a nice boy.
He's a nice boy.
He's a nice.
Yeah, I just feel like I need to point that out.
And that's why at the end only Nog got the kiss. Jake did not get a kiss.
Nice
on the
boys don't get kisses.
That's
They
right.
finished last. Yeah.
Hey! I got 3 kids.
No kisses required for that, am I right?
Well,
Responding to a distress
and 2 of them
call.
came in one.
So really, Jake's only kissed twice.
You're taking away from your own argument, Jake.
There you go.
I'm a nice boy. What can I say?
Okay, so responding to a distress call, Bashir and O'Brien find that a man called the Syrah is dying, and the village leader, Farron, claims that a force called the Dalrock will destroy the village if the Syrah is not able to fight it off. That night, the Syrah speaks to the entire village as a threatening cloud-like apparition appears in the sky, the big spooky lava lamp of the sky. The Syrah tells a narrative about the village defeating the Dalrock, and he collapses during his speech. But he whispers the rest of the story to O'Brien, who repeats it, and as the villagers cheer, a beam of light seems to make the apparition disappear. By the time the Dalrock is gone, and the Syrah has died, and Farron declares O'Brien to be his successor, I got a lot of questions about the logic behind this and how
Oh,
the power of storytelling
don't look for logic where there is
prevents
none
the
to be
lava
found,
lamp in the
Rebecca.
sky from doing whatever it does.
Yeah.
Because also, when the Syrah is telling O'Brien like what to say, it all feels very made up on the spot. At least that was the vibe I got. And O'Brien's like, really? We're just saying words and this thing's gonna stop what it's doing?
It's as easy
Can't
as
even
that.
get a warm-up zip zap zop in before he's gotta go like defend. The
But
next
let's talk
day.
about Bashir in all of this.
Oh, Bashir, he's
just
hype
hanging
man.
back.
Bashir
Hype
is
man,
such a
yeah.
good hype man.
He's just gassing him up.
Go, Brian!
Hey, you got this, buddy.
Oh, there's presents on the porch. There's presents
Yes,
on the porch.
Yes, and so the next day, the villagers are treating O'Brien like a king. The old Syrah's apprentice, Hovath, attempts to kill O'Brien, declaring himself to be the true Syrah. There's a moment here where in this knife fight where Hovath is trying to kill O'Brien. First of all, the directing in this scene, stuff I noticed, I thought was very excellent, because the camera pans in such a way that Hovath like suddenly appears in the window. It was very good. But then Bashir comes in mid-fight, and tries to grab the knife away, and then Hovath kind of turns the knife on Bashir, and Bashir goes, "Whoa, okay, whoa, hold on." Very good. And Hovath reveals that the Dal'Rok was created by the first Sirah using a fragment of a mystical orb of the prophets.
Sound familiar?
Familiar? To solve the internal strife tearing apart the village. When the villagers unite in their thoughts to stop it, the Sirah secretly uses the fragment to channel their thoughts. Hovath had his chance to lead the village against the Dal'Rok earlier that week, and he biffed it big time.
Metaphor.
Do you know what this episode reminded me a lot of?
What's that?
M. Night Shyamalan's The Village.
Oh, okay.
Think
In
of
that?
what you will. Well,
okay.
in that fake
Yes,
monster.
Ed.
Jerry's just going along with it. Okay.
No, fake monster, and
To unite the people.
to unite the people.
Oh, or Big
Which-
Scary Man in the Sky.
Galactus, Dark
Carrie, have you not seen The Village?
I've not, no.
I haven't seen it either.
Girl, are you for real? You guys gotta watch The Village. It's actually very good.
Do I?
Yes,
I saw it in theaters.
I did too.
That's not the one with Mel Gibson, is it?
No,
no,
that's,
no,
That's
that,
the
no,
alien
that's
one.
Signs.
That's Signs.
Have you not seen Signs either?
I've not seen Signs.
oh,
It's Mel
Signs was
Gibson.
really good, man. Signs was
What are we
good.
doing? Oh my God, we should be watching Signs.
Sounds like we need a new podcast.
Hold it. How long has Jeff Weiss been dead? I think it's probably safe for me to watch M. Night Shyamalan movies now.
Yes.
M. Night
Because
Shyamalan's a good filmmaker. I will not tolerate M.
Now,
Night
hang on now.
Shyamalan
Hang on
slander.
now. He went like this. It was up
Yeah.
really high, and then he went meow. But then he came back up, and now he's good again.
Jeff just hated him so much that when he was down in L.A. visiting, it was like 3 a.m, and he was kind of drunk, and he had someone take him to M. Night Shyamalan's house so he could pee on the fence.
No way.
Yes, he did.
Wow.
That's how much he hated him. But I think
Trap from last year
Yeah.
is very good.
Like I said, he got good
Oh, I
again.
did. I watched Trap. I liked it. Yeah.
Carrie, I am begging you to watch Signs at
Okay.
least.
All right.
Have you seen
Wait.
Unbreakable?
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, Unbreakable.
Okay.
Total classic.
Way
I even
good.
saw the sequel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not see any of the sequels.
What about the
I
third
didn't see
one?
the sequel either.
I thought
I
they
saw
were
the third
good.
one too. I liked
Yeah.
the third one
I
actually.
liked
yeah.
the third
I didn't
one.
know there was a third one.
Yeah, it came
Well,
out like a couple of years ago.
It's a Mighty Marvel mashup of.
It's the
It
culmination
is like
of
the
the first and
culmination.
second movie characters in a third movie.
Now, Bruce Willis, you'll never guess how he dies.
Oops.
Carrie,
The poison pill.
Spoilers.
Carrie, I don't care about spoiling that movie. I'm begging you to watch Signs. I'm still traumatized to this day by the movie Signs.
I keep hearing about how good it is. So,
Carrie,
Signs was way good.
as an observer of Christianity that you are,
which I am. I watch
you're
it
gonna
from
love
way
Signs.
over there.
You're gonna love Signs.
Okay. All right.
You were probably what, 10 when that movie came out?
Science?
Rebecca? Yeah, Science.
Oh, Rebecca.
No, I wasn't
think it came
10.
out as
I was
No, 'cause-
13. I was
I was
13.
gonna say his first one
God,
came
that
out when I
movie's
was in
good.
middle school, and so I think Signs came out when I was in high school. Yeah.
yeah. All right. Anyway,
Okay. Anyways, so that night, O'Brien stands before the village and attempts to tell the story. He's doing exactly what I would do. Well, okay. Once upon a time, there was was a guy.
Before
But
that,
the,
I wanted to touch on when some lady comes up and says, "Bless
Kiss
my
my baby."
baby," basically. I was so hoping that he was gonna do like the Catholic cross on it, neat, 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 and be like, "Go in peace" or something. I was like, "Come on, O'Brien, do it."
Oh my god. So he's biffing it. He's totally biffing, telling the story, and the villagers are not impressed. And the Dal'Rok it's showing up. It's causing lightning, thunder, very very frightening. And Bashir, in the audience next to Hovath, is like, wow, he sucks. If only there was someone in this crowd who knew what they were doing. Oh, wait a minute. It's you! Again, ultimate
You know this
hype
thing.
man.
Yeah.
Ultimate hype man. Hovath takes to stage, eloquently tells of a new voice challenging the Dal'Rok, realizing that Sirah deliberately created this opportunity for him to redeem his failure. The villagers follow Hovath's lead and defeat the Dal'Rok, embracing him as their new Sirah and relieving O'Brien of his post. Excellent. Great work. Loved this episode. I had a great time.
O'Brien and Bashir are just like, see ya. Like,
It's
it's like they run to
They do. It's like a cartoon how they just kind of boop, boop, boop. They sneak right out.
Yeah, I loved it. Oh my god, I loved it.
Thinking of the like the cultural repercussions of this for that town could have been absolutely bonkers because nobody knows that only exists because they make it exist because some guy generations ago decided to use it against them to get them to unite. What would happen if they just decided to tell him? If O'Brien was like, "Hey, it's all fake."
By the way,
That
Prime
would be-
Directive. Prime
then
Directive, bro.
Then it would be a TOS episode.
Yeah, right. Okay, all right.
Now, if anything, that'd be a TNG episode, right? Where they're like, Prime Directive, get it
But
out of
there's
here. Who cares?
this culture is so far like ingrained into this now that what would even happen if they pulled the rug out on them? Like, what would the people do? I don't know.
I have to imagine it's like how It ends. You know, the Stephen King story where all the kids, now adults, just berate it until it dies.
oh, I wish that we could do that.
Maybe we're not trying hard enough.
We need O'Brien up there going, the Dowel Rock
I
is angry.
God, I wish I had a Bashir. Just whoop whoop whoop. Whoop. The piece of trivia. It's not really trivia. Julian says to Miles that maybe the chief was sent by the prophets. Miles replies that it was Commander Sisko who sent him. Oddly enough, both are correct, as
Yes.
Sisko is the emissary of the prophets.
Yep.
Eh?
There you
And
go.
if you remember at the beginning of the episode, O'Brien tried to get out of going. Mm-hmm. And Cisco's like, no, you're going.
Swing away. God, Carrie, I'm begging you to watch Signs.
Did you just say swing away?
I
Oh
did.
my gosh.
Oh God, Carrie, if you had seen Signs, you would know that was a kick-ass reference I just made.
It was.
I
was.
look, I didn't even get it, but I'm proud of you anyway.
My movie boyfriend Joaquin Phoenix is there. The tiniest Abigail Breslin is there. The tiniest Culkin is there.
A very
really?
young Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I love this episode too. I love the fact that we see that there's a little bit of like a Colorado City in the Bajoran religion.
Well, nicely put. Google
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah.
Well said. Yeah.
Okay.
And the most important part of this episode, Rebecca, and it's what reeled you in,
You're gonna get it. Yeah.
is O'Brien and Julian begin their
Two
bromance
best friends just-
that lasts for the next 6.5 years.
Yeah.
And Ira
excited.
Stephen Bear says that that's his, when he did his rewrite of this episode, he really emphasized that because to him, that relationship, those two guys, is the heart of Deep Space Nine. So,
Really? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Interesting.
Dang.
yeah.
I really
I
liked them.
and see, and I just thought it was just an okay episode, but I love that the seed that they planted here with those
Yeah.
two. That's what I liked
Foundational,
about this episode.
Yeah.
And it's like I was saying earlier, it's the world building with extensive repercussions to come. But I love that it did what it needed to do for you.
Yeah.
In that-
I also, man, these Bajorans, like,
Hey.
their whole religious idolatry, just across so many different areas.
It's very interesting.
It's a lot.
It does a lot. They're a deeply religious
Christians.
people.
Speaking of Bajorans.
I'm so excited.
Speaking of Bajorans, our last episode, Progress. Kira must convince an old Bajoran farmer to leave a moon, becoming uninhabitable due to mining operations. Again, and then Jake and Nog try to trade off Cardassian Yamak sauce.
I loved this side story.
Listen, here's the deal. I don't even want to talk about the A plot.
Right? That's what I'm saying. The A plot was like, man. Whoa, you got one of the Cardassian blasters? I mean, Bajoran
Bajoran.
blasters?
Whoa, Tony,
that.
good God.
You don't want to talk about my girlfriend?
No.
And she's down on a planet with Brian Keith.
Easy,
You know.
easy where you're pointing that. But
Judge
Careful.
He's Judge Hardcastle, for God's sake.
The major beats of Kira's plot line. The moon is uninhabitable. There's a farmer, Mullabuk, who refuses to evacuate. Kira goes down to try to like get him out of there, and she grows fond of him, right? And they definitely bond, right? Over
They
like,
do.
hey, they've both been through a lot. These Cardassians really ruined a lot of stuff for us.
The
And
It's almost like a fatherly kind of a figure, I think.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
yeah,
Ish, right? The whole point of this A plot was to show that Kira is coming to grips with not being the underdog anymore.
Yeah.
The Bajorans are in charge, and now she's part of the people that is trying to keep order and, maintain the things that need to happen so the Bajorans can prosper after winning the Cardassian War. And she's finding out that sometimes that comes at the expense of the little guy. In this case, the farmer and his two friends.
Yeah. I mean, and she swore that she wasn't going to do what she was ordered to do. She's
Yep.
going to find a different way. And then she realized that she had to.
There's
She
no other
just,
way.
I'm working for the other guy now.
I have to
gotta-
kidnap him, and that's all there is to
I
save his
gotta
life.
I gotta burn his house down.
Because he says as long as his house is still standing, he's gonna be on that moon. And she was like, okay.
All right then.
Torch.
Jeez.
With all of this,
Yeah.
you know in Culus where Cisco says, "I'm not Picard," and that's like the exclamation point on his character and how we're in a new show.
Right.
I kept thinking for Kira, "I'm not Ro Laren,"
Yeah.
Ooh.
because Ro would have left. She would have said to Cisco,
would've.
"All right, find someone
Okay.
else."
Yep. Yeah.
Get
she was
That's
out.
true.
And
She
so,
would have given him a Bajoran goodbye, which is a middle finger,
Yeah, and so I think there was an intent here to differentiate her from the prototype
Sure.
and to craft Kira as her own, to start Kira on her own definitive journey.
I think what I'm missing is because we're getting a lot of Kira post this Bajoran Cardassian war, and I would love to see more of her backstory to understand why she is the way that she is now. And I understand we're in season 1 of this show, and we'll probably get it later. I struggle with this episode because I don't have that context now.
Which is why I wish you could watch it backwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
But let's talk about the B story.
Yeah.
Self-sealing stem bolts, everybody.
It's truly the only thing we all want to talk about.
Yeah. First you got the sauce, then you got the bolts.
Quark has just
Then you got the
so
dirt.
much yamok sauce.
Kardashians put it on everything.
When he was complaining to Rom about that, and you could see Nog overhearing it, I thought at first Nog was going to get pissed and tell off Quark for treating his dad poorly. No.
No.
Nog's listening. He's like, "There's $1 to be made here."
That's the motivation.
if there's one thing Ferengis are gonna do, and so Jake and Nog, I feel they must have gotten the wrong end of the stick on this one because they acquire just like a shit ton of self-sealing stem bolts.
That was what I loved about this deal is they have no idea even what they are, and they're like,
I
"Yeah, we'll
texted
trade."
Jake and I'm like, Nog, I'm begging you, tell me what a self-sealing stem bolt does.
And literally 30 seconds after she sent that text, they ask O'Brien. And Brian's like, "Oh,
I don't know.
Apparently, they don't have Google in the future.
Just a bunch of knockoff Labubu's is what they've got their hands on.
Basically, yeah.
And whatever this silly B plot these two crazy boys had going on, I cared a lot more about that than I did whatever Kira had going on.
The one, I was gonna say the one thing I wish we would have got some closure on is how much did they milk Quark for that land?
Let's see.
It doesn't say at the end of the episode. He just says, "I got a proposition for you," And
Yeah.
then
So the paragraph on Wikipedia. Jake and Nog acquire surplus yamok sauce that Quark has been unable to sell. The two make a succession of trades, eventually ending up with a strip of land on Bajor. When they hear that the government is trying to secure the land for a building project, the pair offer it to Quark for 5 bars of gold-pressed latinum.
I hope they got it.
Is
I
that
hope
worth?
They got it.
Is that a worthy trade?
yeah, that's a good amount of money."
They started off with nothing. Of course,
It's
a
like
worthy
the guy
trade.
who took a paperclip, right, and traded his way up to a house.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
trade up. If you think about it, Quark just paid them 5 bars of gold pressed latinum to get rid of the sauce in his warehouse. That's what happened.
Quark's like, this is pennies to me.
Assuming, I mean, not including whatever he actually makes from the sale of the land to the Bajoran government. But yeah, I love this B plot.
Yeah, and like I said, we got a lot of Jake and Nog in this batch of episodes. I kind of like them.
Yeah,
I hate to say it. Kind
no,
of
they're
like
great.
them. So I don't have any trivia for that episode. So Jake, if you've got any,
Yeah, I don't really have anything of
Nah,
significance
Do we
either.
have any?
Except,
oh, go ahead.
I would just say that they mention Buck Bokai, who's a baseball player. He's like Cisco's favorite baseball player.
Yeah.
And he was mentioned in the Next Generation episode, The Big Goodbye, as being like the best baseball player of the 21st century.
oh yeah, Jake's trying to get Nog to play baseball, and Nog's like, ugh, I don't wanna.
Well, I didn't know they said it in the I think in the 3rd episode we watched or whatever in this round. Baseball isn't even played anymore on
Yeah.
Earth. Like it's a
Can
dead
you
sport.
imagine?
That was defined in the first episode of Next Generation season 3.
Oh, really?
The Bob Kelso from Scrubs is talking to Wesley, and he's describing baseball to him, and he says it's an ancient game. I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. And Ira Stephen Bear, when Michael Pillar called him and was like, I want you to be the head writer on my show, said, okay, first thing I'm doing is bringing back baseball. Because both Pillar and Bear are huge baseball fans.
Okay.
Love.
Yeah. So there's some trivia, I guess.
Yeah.
Do we have any idea how much 1 bar of gold pressed latinum is worth?
A lot of
Has-
strips.
Does the internet have that? Because I've always wondered that myself.
I was curious
You know?
because when you talked about 5 bars of gold pressed latinum, I went, oh, how did they
Is
do?
that a lot? What's the conversion rate of gold pressed
do-
platinum to
do we have
Stanley
an idea?
Nichols?
All right.
You know? I don't know.
Let's see.
Or is it just what the writer feels like it needs?
Carrie, I like that you asked that question in the same way that James T. Kirk asks the pawn shop guy if $100 is a lot when they sell McCoy's glasses.
Is that a
Or-
lot?
Okay, I'm on
Yeah.
Coinbase.com, which is a
That's a Bitcoin. That's a Coinbase.
well, it's a conversion website. I don't know.
It's usually just used for cryptocurrency.
Stay off of it, Rebecca.
Oh my God, my computer's exploding.
It's
Oh,
mining
it wants me to
now.
log in. I don't know. Somebody, okay, if you're listening, you tell us, because I'm not going to take the time to Google it right now.
And I think too, you got to remember, Nog and Jake are like 15.
Yeah.
And so 5 bars of gold pressed platinum is probably a lot to them. But to Quark, he's like, oh, the Bajorans, to sell me Main Street Plaza, are going to give me 100 bars.
Oh my gosh.
But these teenagers who are still learning how this works, that's going to be a lot to them.
Okay, maybe
So-
just based off this quick Goog, it's
Well, I'm learning that gold pressed latinum is a cryptocurrency coin that someone made.
Some
okay.
Star,
So I
some-
got
some
got.
Star
I
Trek
got
fan,
got.
yeah.
I'm gonna
You
get
got.
You guys, when I'm older, I'm gonna get got by AI videos on Facebook. Like it's gonna happen. This quick Goog says a bar of gold pressed latinum is worth about $187.
That's probably the crypto coin.
That's probably the crypto.
No,
There's no way you think they would sell a huge strip of land for $600? You know, I mean, like that doesn't work. I can't
listen,
find
I'm
it.
not
I
a
can't
currency
find it.
doctor. I don't know what
They
to
don't,
tell you.
well, and they don't have money outside of the
Yeah.
Ferengi
Well, see,
system,
and that
so-
was-
hey, also, this is all pretend.
Hey, now most of my
repeat
life
to
is
yourself,
pretend.
repeat to yourself, it's just a show. I should really just relax.
I just like to know what the details of that kind of stuff. I'm like Carrie in that, you know. I'm the guy that sits there and like, okay, if they had a warp drive, how fast could they actually go?
All
with
right.
that?
You have to go to Memory Alpha,
Ah, good old memory alpha.
the Star Trek website. Let's see. Latinum is a rare silver-colored liquid metal that was used as currency by the Ferengi Alliance, the Cardassians, and many other worlds. For ease of transaction, latinum is usually suspended within pressings of gold as a binding medium to produce gold-pressed latinum. Let's see. Latinum was deeply ingrained in the Ferengi culture, referenced several times in the rules of acquisition. It does not have a value. Like
Well,
it
that's-
So it's
That
really
was-
whatever your heart says.
That's kind
Some-
of, yeah, and that's why I was laughing to myself while during this B plot because Jake Sisko has no concept of money. He was raised
Yeah.
in the Federation, which
Yeah.
is a post-scarcity society, and they don't have money.
And that's why he's like, land,
Yeah,
nog.
that's true. You mean dirt?
somebody on Reddit, this is from 13 years ago, did a conversion, and they say 1 slip equals $2 works out pretty well. So 1 slip or $2 the cost to enter a Ferengi's home. 10 slips for $20 is a case of root beer. 2 strips is $400. 5 strips $1,000, which is Garrick's price for a Starfleet cadet uniform. 14 strips $2,800. Payday for a Dabo girl at Quark's. 3 bars $12,000 for wrecked ship debris. 5 bars $20,000. A
There you
day's
go.
business at Quark's. A generous estimate.
I will buy that. That I will believe that.
That
That
sounds
like
good to me, yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
20 grand.
Quickly, Charles's email at our email address,
Yes.
tvshowinSpace@gmail.com. He's very complimentary, as always. He disagrees with me about clones. Clones are clearly people with the same rights as you and me. Would you put Thomas Riker to death? He was a transporter clone after all. And then he says, my hair looks great. So
See what he did? He sandwiched the thing in between compliments right there.
yeah. I would put Thomas Riker to death. I don't think he...
You know, you have taken a hard line on this.
You are. You're.
If I
you're
stand,
anti,
I gotta stand for something. I gotta stand
guess
for
so.
something.
you're anti-clone. You're a clonist.
She's a
I
clonist.
love everything about this, and I'm not going to tell you why.
I would put Thomas Riker to death.
Hey, he showed up in the Imzadi sequel. So next episode, Jake, you had a recommendation of what we should do for
Yeah,
next episode.
I think we can do the final 5 on the season
Oh, you think
because
so? Okay.
it's not a cliffhanger.
Oh, okay.
And so season 2 starts with a 3-parter. So whatever we do, we just need to keep season 3, the first 3,
By themselves.
in one show. Yeah.
Well, we got time. So next episode, we will talk about If Wishes Were Horses, The Forsaken, Dramatis Personae, Duet, and In the Hands of the Prophets. And I know something special is coming up in one of these future episodes.
You sure do.
And you
Well-
guys, super jazzed.
Duet is a great episode. I'll just say that. That's a very good episode.
Wow.
Yep.
Very much looking forward to talking about them. And thank you guys, as always, for joining us here on The Great Ship, the TV show in space. And, until next time, Alan Moraine again.